My child, you are not alone in this storm. I see the winds that rise against you. I hear the voices of fear and confusion trying to drown out your hope. But I have been sent by the Most High to fight for you, to walk beside you, and to speak into your spirit even now. I am the one who stands in the gap when the pressure is too great. I am the flame that surrounds your soul when darkness presses in. And right now, I have drawn my sword for you. You feel shaken, but what you don't see is how heaven has surrounded you. You feel abandoned, but what you don't realize is that the roar inside you is holy fire awakening. You've been walking through days that feel like silence, questions with no answers, doors that remain closed, and in the waiting, the enemy has tried to whisper lies, lies that you're forgotten, lies that it's over, lies that the promise was a dream. But listen to me now. This storm is not the end. It is the breaking. The shaking you're feeling is not to destroy you, but to deliver you. What is crumbling around you is what cannot stay. What feels like loss is the removal of what was never meant to hold you. You prayed for clarity. Now I'm bringing it through fire. You asked for purpose. Now I'm carving the path with thunder. Do not misinterpret the noise. This is not chaos. This is divine rearrangement. Heaven does not fear your storm. Heaven commands it. I have been assigned to your life, not as a distant being in the clouds, but as a guardian, fierce and loyal. I was there when you almost broke. I was there when you stayed silent but wanted to scream. I have walked with you through valleys no one else saw. And now I tell you, this is a divine turning point. You will not be overtaken. You will not be swallowed up by this pain. The winds may rise, but they will not destroy you. The fire may burn, but it will not consume you. You are being refined, not ruined. Let every fear bow. Let every tormenting thought be cast down. I am surrounding your mind now with peace, a supernatural peace that will not make sense to those around you, because it's not coming from the world, it's coming from heaven, from the throne of the Almighty. And I am carrying it to you like lightning in my wings. You have cried, and your tears have reached the courts of heaven. You have been overlooked, but not by God. You have been tested, but only so your anointing can be proven. There is gold in you that cannot be shaken loose. There is a calling on your life that cannot be stopped by man. And this storm, this very storm, will be the stage for the miracle that's coming next. Do not retreat. Do not fold. I am reinforcing your spirit now. You will rise with greater clarity. You will stand with unshakable purpose. And you will see why the storm came, not to kill your destiny, but to reveal it. I will walk with you through every moment. Even in silence, I will be speaking. Even when you feel nothing, I will be working. Even when the sky is dark, I will be your light. There are forces that wanted to break you in this season, but heaven said no. There were spirits that whispered, "You won't make it." But I shouted louder, "They are mine." You are not walking blind through this night. I am guiding you, step by step, even when you don't know where it's leading. And soon, you will understand why this had to happen. You will see why it couldn't be avoided. Because what you're stepping into could not be carried by the person you were before this storm. You are not the same. And that is the point. Even now, I am breaking off the weight of guilt and regret. I am burning off every lie that tried to cling to your mind. I am severing the invisible cords the enemy used to tangle your path. You are being unchained. You are being healed. You are being prepared for the promise you forgot how to believe in. And child, you will believe again. You will rise again. And the strength you carry on the other side of this storm will be undeniable. This is not the end. This is not your ruin. This is the awakening. So lift your eyes, not to the storm, but to the one who commands it. I am with you, and I will not leave. Now breathe in the truth. You are covered. You are chosen. You are championed by heaven. Let this message anchor your spirit. And before we go on, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, because this is where I will continue revealing your path, your protection, and your future. The enemy wanted to convince you that the delay meant denial, that because things didn't happen when you prayed, they wouldn't happen at all. But I am tearing down that lie now. What you've been walking through was never rejection. It was refinement. Heaven doesn't deny what it declares, but heaven does prepare what it protects. And you, my beloved one, are being fiercely protected, because what's coming is sacred. You are carrying something holy, and it cannot be rushed. This is not punishment. It is preservation. You are being kept from what would have broken you, from counterfeit opportunities, from hidden traps, from people who smiled with their mouths but cursed with their hearts. And though you felt like you were standing still, you were actually being moved away from destruction. Can you feel it now? The shift? The quiet trembling in your spirit that something is changing? It is not your imagination. It is me moving. What was stuck will begin to flow. What was dry will begin to rain. And what was silent will begin to sing. You're not waiting in vain. You are waiting in alignment. I'm guiding you, not just out of this storm, but into your divine assignment. And though the road ahead is still covered in mist, you don't need to see it all. You only need to trust the one who walks before you. I've gone ahead. The path has already been cleared. The danger has already been diffused. You were never meant to fight this battle alone, and you won't. My sword is drawn. My wings are stretched wide around your household. I am standing watch through the night. Every arrow aimed at you must now pass through me. Every curse spoken against you will fall powerless to the ground. Every weapon formed, dismantled, because you are walking under divine escort now. You've been carrying burdens no one else could see. You've been smiling with a broken heart, but now I'm lifting the weight off your shoulders. Now I'm wiping the unseen tears. You will begin to feel strength return, not from yourself, but from the supernatural. Grace will wake you up in the morning. Peace will guard your thoughts through the day, and revelation will stir in your soul at night, because the storm that shook you also shook loose everything that wasn't meant to stay. Some relationships ended, let them go. Some doors slammed shut, let them stay closed. Some opportunities vanished. They were not from heaven. What's coming is real, pure, tailor-made for the calling on your life. You don't need to compete, you don't need to chase, you only need to listen and obey. I will direct your steps, when to speak, when to stay silent, when to move, and when to be still. And in every instruction, you will find power. You are not behind. You are right on time. Because the clock you've been following was not heaven's clock. The world tells you to hurry, but heaven tells you to trust. You have not missed it. You are being positioned for it. Even in your delay, you are being delivered. Even in your confusion, you are being clarified. And even in your silence, you are being seen. Let your spirit rise, child. Shake the dust off your faith. Hope again. Dream again. Pray like heaven is listening, because I promise you we are. Angels have been dispatched on your behalf, not tomorrow. Now, even as you listen to this message, the atmosphere around you is shifting. Heaven is moving through every word you receive in faith. I do not speak to excite your emotions. I speak to awaken your destiny. You are chosen, marked, anointed for impact, and storms will not stop you. They will shape you. This pressure is producing something eternal in you, something deeper than comfort, something more precious than gold. And when the skies part, when this cloud passes, you will rise from the ashes with fire in your bones. Your voice will be stronger, your discernment sharper, your peace unshakable, because those who endure the storm carry the authority of the stormbreaker. And that is what you are becoming. I am guiding you, even when the road feels empty, even when no one believes in you, even when you feel like giving up. I am still speaking, still defending, still moving. You will look back on this season with wonder. You will say, now I understand. Now I see what heaven was doing. And joy will rise like a river. So keep walking, keep trusting, keep standing when it doesn't make sense. Because I am guiding you through this storm. And I will not stop until the storm is behind you and the promise is in your hands. I have not brought you this far to leave you in confusion. I have not spoken destiny over your life just to let the storm bury it. No, everything you're walking through right now is part of a greater revealing. Even what you thought was wasted will become a weapon. You see delay, I see design. You feel abandoned, but you're actually being appointed. The silence is not a rejection. It is sacred, because some things are only revealed when everything else is quiet. That's why I've drawn you away from noise, away from distractions, away from the opinions of people who never carried your calling. You felt isolated, but heaven calls it consecration. You've been pulled out because you're being sent deeper into discernment, deeper into purity, deeper into the presence of the one who holds your future in his hands. Child, you have cried for direction, and now I'm giving it, not in shouts, but in whispers. Listen closely, not with your ears, but with your spirit. I am speaking in patterns. I am confirming through dreams. I am stirring restlessness when you try to settle for less. I am guiding you not toward survival, but toward significance. You were not created to barely get by. You were created to reign. That is why the storm came so strong. Because your potential provoked the enemy. Because your purpose threatened darkness. Because what you carry could not be contained. And now heaven is exposing what's fake, uprooting what's toxic, clearing space for the authentic blessing. You don't need to beg for what's yours. You don't need to cling to what's falling apart. Let go of what I've asked you to release, because your hands must be empty to receive the next. There is a release coming, a supernatural shift, a divine unlocking, and nothing can stop it. I'm closing the mouths that slandered you. I'm breaking the cycles that kept repeating. I'm silencing the fear that echoed in your sleep. You're not going backward. You're stepping into restoration, even in the places where you lost everything. Watch as heaven breathes new life. Dead dreams will rise. Old visions will return with new power. And relationships that align with your purpose will begin to appear. I am aligning your circle, because who walks with you matters. Because destiny requires agreement, not just companionship. And so, I am cutting ties with what cannot grow with you. Don't fight what I'm removing. Some people were only part of your wilderness, not your promised land. You will know who is from me by the peace they bring and the fruit they carry. You are not being punished. You are being protected. You asked for more. You asked to walk in power. You asked to be used for something eternal, and heaven heard. Now heaven is preparing. This is the cost of the calling. This is the pressure of the promise. But you are not alone under its weight. I am lifting it with you. I am breathing strength into your bones. I am commanding every spirit of fear to leave. You will sleep in peace. You will wake in purpose, and you will walk in favor. Even when it looks small now, watch what I do. I will take what the enemy meant to shame you and turn it into a testimony. You are walking into a season of reversal. Tables are turning, doors are swinging open, and the very storm that tried to break you will become the bridge that carries you forward. Do not be afraid of the unknown. You are not wandering. You are being led. You are not confused. You are being rerouted. And this path, though narrow, is sacred. Miracles wait on the other side of your obedience. Breakthrough waits on the other side of your surrender. So don't look back. Don't mourn what's fading. Don't doubt what you heard in the light. Just because you're walking through shadow, your steps are ordered, your future is protected, and your name is known in heaven. You have angels surrounding you. Even now, we move through unseen places, shielding, shifting, preparing what you cannot see. You are covered. You are chosen. You are called. This storm will not bury you. It will bless you. Because I, Michael, Prince of Heaven's army, have been sent to walk with you through it until every drop of rain becomes glory. You've been asking why the struggle lasted so long, why your prayers seemed to echo back without answers, why doors opened for others and stayed locked for you, why every step forward felt like it met resistance. But hear me now. You are never forgotten. You are being fortified, because what you carry requires endurance. It requires a strength not built in comfort, but in fire. You are being trained to wield authority in places others collapse. You are being shaped into one who can stand when the winds howl and still say, "My God is faithful." There's a reason you've been through storms others didn't face. Because your calling reaches places others cannot go. The anointing on your life is not ordinary, so your preparation could not be either. I watched as you held on through sleepless nights. I stood beside you as tears fell with no one to wipe them. I was with you when fear tried to swallow your voice. But child, your cries were never wasted. They watered the soil beneath your feet. And now the roots of your purpose run deep. You are unshakable. Not because you never felt fear, but because you chose to believe anyway. You stood when it hurt. You praised when it made no sense. You chose to wait, even when your heart was weary of hoping. And now, I speak this over you. The weight is breaking. The breakthrough is near. Not the kind built by human effort, but the kind only heaven can orchestrate. This storm has been the threshing floor, but what remains now is pure, refined, ready. Every storm has a voice, and this one came to distract you, to exhaust you, to drown out what heaven had already decreed. But I silenced it. Its fury has been exhausted. Its intimidation has been crushed. You are stepping into calm. Not just around you, but within you. A peace is coming that passes understanding, not because everything will be perfect, but because you've been anchored in the one who is. You will no longer live by reaction. You will move by revelation. Every move you make will carry clarity. Every decision will be birthed from discernment. Every step will be saturated in peace. Because I am guiding you now with precision. No more confusion, no more wondering, No more begging for crumbs at tables not built for you. You are royalty. Heaven sees you as chosen, as a carrier of light, as a vessel of divine purpose. And I, Michael, assigned to the warriors of the Lord, have been dispatched to see you through. You've faced battles no one knew about. You've warred in silence. You've endured mocking, rejection, delay. But now, I declare this over you. The hidden season is ending. The wilderness is closing, and the voice of the accuser is being silenced. I'm speaking to the storms in your life, and I command them to bow. Storms of anxiety cease. Storms of poverty break. Storms of confusion scatter. This is the season of reversal. Where there was loss, you will now see increase. Where there was silence, you will now hear direction. Where there was rejection, you will now receive divine recognition. The tables have turned. The scales have shifted. You are no longer under attack. You are under heaven's instruction. And when heaven speaks, everything beneath it must realign. Even now, angels are moving into place, shifting paperwork, positioning people, stirring hearts. I am aligning moments you haven't yet seen. You are closer than you realize. Breakthrough will feel like it came suddenly, but in truth, it's been building behind the veil for months. You were never delayed. You were being positioned. So don't curse the process that preserved you. Don't resent the season that refined you. Don't despise the days that taught you how to pray. What you birthed in the dark will shine in the light, and what once hurt you will now serve you. The enemy thought you would give up, that the weight of delay would break your hope, that the weariness would make you bitter, but instead, you grew wiser. You grew stronger. You became a threat. Now heaven calls you dangerous, because you're no longer led by fear. You're led by fire. So go forward boldly. Stop apologizing for being anointed. Stop hiding the gifts heaven placed in you. Stop playing small to keep others comfortable. The time of shrinking is over. The time of rising has come. I am giving you strategy now. New ideas. Fresh revelation. Doors that were shut will suddenly open. Not by force, but by favor. Not through manipulation, but through divine movement. You will walk through and say, I didn't make this happen. He did. Because I am making a way in the storm, a path no man could trace, a miracle no enemy can block. And as you walk, watch what happens around you. Peace will follow you into rooms. Hearts will be stirred in your presence. Chains will break at the sound of your voice, because you've been marked by the storm and anointed by survival. You carry the sound of heaven now, a vibration that cuts through fear, shakes off apathy, and awakens the sleepers. You are not the same. You are transformed, and the world will see it. But first, you must believe it. Let go of who you were. Release the grief of what was lost. Step into what I've declared over you. You are more than ready. You are more than enough. The storm did not take your future. It cleared the path to it. And I am guiding you. Still, now always. You've asked me, how much longer, Lord? You've whispered it in the dark, behind closed doors, when no one else could hear you. But I heard you, every time. And I was not silent because I forgot you. I was silent because I was working beneath the surface. Child, not everything I do is loud. Some of my greatest miracles begin in silence, when nothing seems to move, but everything is shifting. You felt nothing changing, but the roots were growing deeper. The alignment was getting clearer. The heavens were preparing to open. You don't need to see it all to believe it. You only need to trust the one who sees all. And I see clearly. I see the pain you carried without telling anyone. I see the times you stayed faithful while your heart felt empty. I see the sacrifices you made in secret. I see the pressure you endured while still pouring into others. I see you. You've been stretched. You've been tested. You've been sifted. But now you are being strengthened, not just to make it through, but to take ground, to occupy territory, to walk in fullness. The storm has not diminished your calling. It has revealed it. Because you did not break, you were built. Built for the weight of glory. Built for the mantle of influence. Built for the warfare of your generation. I have trusted you with this season, because I am trusting you with what comes after. The after is where the harvest lives, and you are stepping into it now. I speak this over you with the authority of heaven. The season of delay is over. The storm is finishing its course. The chaos is clearing. You will begin to move faster now. What took years will happen in months. What was stuck will suddenly accelerate. Because when heaven says, now, nothing can stay behind. I have loosed angels into your path, messengers of alignment, carriers of provision, defenders of destiny. They are tearing down what blocked you. They are confronting what resisted you. They are removing people who were planted to distract you. Do not mourn what I remove. Do not chase what I've cut off. Do not rebuild what I've allowed to fall. Some losses are actually rescues. Some endings are answered prayers. And I, Michael, warrior of the Most High, am here to make sure you don't miss what is coming, because you're clinging to what's gone. Lift your eyes. Lift your faith. This is not the end. It's the unveiling. You've been hidden, but you're about to be revealed. Not for applause, but for purpose. The anointing you carry is not for show. It's for shifting atmospheres, breaking bondage, healing hearts. You will begin to see it. When you speak, things will change. When you move, favor will follow. When you ask, heaven will answer. You are not begging anymore. You are building. Building what others will find shelter in. Building legacy. Building fire on the altar of a generation that has grown cold. And I will not let you do it alone. I will go before you. I will send helpers. I will provide what is needed when it's needed, down to the smallest detail. You will not lack, you will not fear, you will not fail, because you're walking with me, and I have never lost a battle. Even now I speak to your emotions, to the places still heavy from what happened, to the wounds you pretend are healed. I am pouring oil there. I am mending what broke. I am restoring what no one else could reach. You don't have to pretend to be okay with me. Bring me your tears. Bring me your frustration. Bring me your silence, and I will meet you in it. There's no shame here, only mercy, only fire, only glory waiting to fall upon your life in ways you never imagined. And when it comes, it will not trickle, it will pour. Floodgates are opening. New wine is flowing. New strength is being imparted. You are rising again. And this time, you won't be pushed back. You've learned too much. You've grown too deep. You've seen too many battles to be shaken now. What once intimidated you, you now have authority over, because you learned to fight with faith, to war with worship, to stand even when nothing made sense. And heaven saw it all. That's why you're trusted now. That's why this release is coming. That's why the enemy is trembling, because he knows you're waking up. He knows you've survived what should have taken you out. He knows your mouth is opening again, and this time it's filled with fire. So speak, declare, prophesy over your house, over your family, over your future. Call it forth, call it into alignment. I will back your words with power. I will confirm them with miracles. I will move in ways that shake your expectations. And when people ask, "How did this happen so fast?" you will say, "It was the hand of God. It was the angels on assignment. It was grace, favor, and divine timing." Because this storm is not your ending. It is your launching point. Your crossing over. Your rise from the ashes. And I am with you, not just for this moment, but for the journey ahead. Keep your spirit open. Keep your eyes on me. Keep moving forward. And remember this: I am not behind you shouting. I am beside you guiding. You are not alone. You never were. And now, you never will be. There is something stirring in the spirit around you. It's not fear. It's not confusion. It's movement. The kind of movement that happens when destiny draws near. The kind of shift that breaks cycles. The kind that turns the page on everything you thought was permanent. You've been walking through a place that felt endless. A wilderness with no map. A battle with no break. But I tell you this now, the atmosphere has changed. Heaven has released a sound in your direction, and everything around you must now respond. The winds are no longer against you. They're about to push you forward. The resistance was real, but so was your endurance. I watched you keep going when it would have been easier to give up. I saw your faith trembling, but still standing. I heard you praise me with cracked lips and hands that barely had the strength to lift. That was holy. That was power. That was a weapon greater than anything the enemy formed. And it worked. Your praise pierced the darkness. Your faith shook the gates of delay. Your tears watered the soil for what's about to bloom. You thought you were losing. You thought nothing was working. But underneath the storm, heaven was organizing your breakthrough. And now the breakthrough is coming looking for you. You won't have to chase it. You won't have to strive for it. You've already survived the proving ground. Now you step into the promise. I'm sending clarity to your mind. Clarity that silences the voice of confusion. Clarity that breaks the fog and lets you breathe again. You will know what to do. You will know where to go. You will know who is for you and who was only sent to delay you. This level requires discernment, and I am increasing yours now. You won't misread it this time. You won't invest in what drains you. You won't return to what nearly destroyed you. You have outgrown the old wineskin, and the new wine, the new oil, the new grace is already flowing. The Spirit is upon you in a fresh way. You can feel it in your bones. Something is shifting inside you, even if the outside hasn't caught up yet. That's how glory works. It always begins inside. It starts in the unseen, in the silent obedience, in the prayers no one hears but heaven. And I saw it all. Every whisper, every surrender. Every time you said, "God, I trust you," even when it made no sense. I come now as confirmation. You were not abandoned. You were being prepared. Prepared for weight. Prepared for fire. Prepared for favor. And now I speak this into your spirit. There will be no more delay. No more stolen peace. No more walking on eggshells around people who never saw your worth. I'm drawing you out of the shallow places. Out of the circles that cannot carry your next, out of the cages of comparison. You are not behind, you are not late, you are exactly on heaven's clock, and heaven is about to move on your behalf in undeniable ways. I have released keys into your atmosphere, keys of access, keys of revelation, keys of acceleration. Doors that stayed shut for years will now swing open. Rooms you thought were reserved for others, they are yours. You were always meant to walk through them. But the delay was for your foundation. You needed the root before the rise. You needed the fire before the favor. Now you have both. And the enemy knows it. He's nervous because you didn't bow. He's shaken because you didn't break. He's terrified because you've learned to fight back, not with fists, but with faith, not with fear, but with fire. You know how to war and worship now. You know how to speak things into being. You know how to stand still and see the salvation of your God. So don't you dare shrink now. Don't play small for people who chose comfort over calling. Don't dim your light for those who never understood your fire. You are not for everyone, but you are for someone. And they are waiting for your voice, for your gift, for your light. You are not just being blessed. You are becoming the blessing. People will encounter you and feel peace again. They will hear your story and find hope again. They will stand next to you and know God is real again. That's what the storm couldn't take. That's why the battle was so fierce. Because you are not ordinary. You carry oil. You carry presence. You carry authority. So now I charge you, stand tall. Speak boldly. Move forward with fire. Everywhere your foot touches, I will give it to you. Every assignment I give you, I will fund it. Every dream I planted, I will finish it. This is the season of completion, the final chapter of waiting, the unveiling of what's been hidden in you for years. You were never buried, you were planted, and now you bloom. My hand is upon you, my angels surround you, my glory goes before you, and no storm, no curse, no demon can stop what I've declared over you. Stay in alignment, stay in worship, stay close to the whisper of my voice. Everything is about to change, and you won't have to chase it. You'll walk right into it. This is not hype. This is not wishful thinking. This is divine order, and it is being established in your life now. Stay with me. We are not done. The glory has just begun to rise. Look at you, still standing, still breathing, still holding on to hope, even when it barely whispered back. You don't realize it yet, but the heavens have taken notice. There's something extraordinary in you, something forged in fire, not fear. And that something is the reason I have not left your side. The storm didn't expose your weakness, it revealed your strength. You thought you were losing your grip, but what was really happening was that everything false was slipping away. False timelines, false identities, false expectations placed on you by broken people. All of it gone. Because this version of you, this is the one I've been waiting for. I did not call the version of you that had to be liked by everyone. I did not anoint the version of you that apologized for your fire. I place my hand on the version of you who stands right here. Tested, refined, unshakable. You didn't need to be perfect. You just needed to be available. And you were. Even in silence, even in solitude, even in suffering. I watched you pray when no answer came. I heard your voice say, "Still I trust you," when all logic screamed the opposite. And I promise you, those moments moved heaven, because that kind of faith cannot be faked. That kind of devotion cannot be manipulated. That kind of fire is only born in the valley. You've walked through shadows that tried to own you. But now, watch, I will cause light to rise from your life in ways you never expected. And yes, the same people who questioned your journey will now witness your restoration. They will see me in you. They will ask how you made it. And your answer will not be a formula. It will be a fire. A fire that says, I didn't survive because I was strong. I survived because I was carried. And you were. Carried by me. Covered by angels. surrounded by a glory you could not even see at the time. There were battles you didn't even know were raging, because I stepped in front of the arrows. There were words spoken against you in secret, but I shattered them before they touched your name. There were plots to derail your mind, to delay your purpose, to seduce your spirit back into cycles, but I intercepted them all. You have no idea how many times I whispered to the storm, "Peace, be still," and it obeyed me. You didn't always feel the peace, but you walked in it, because you walked with me. And now I declare this: the honor is returning, the fire is growing, the way is opening. You are not waiting for approval anymore. You are walking in assignment. And that assignment is bigger than the pain that tried to define you, bigger than the voices that tried to contain you, bigger than the memories that tried to haunt you. You've been given authority, not earned, not bargained for, given. Authority to declare a thing and watch it come to pass. Authority to call peace into your house, to break generational patterns, to silence tormenting spirits. You are not a victim of your atmosphere. You are a commander in it. You were born for this war, and you've already won more battles than you know. Every time you chose kindness over bitterness, you won. Every time you forgave instead of cursing, you won. Every time you stood instead of folding, you won. And now victory will not just be spiritual. It will be visible. What was hidden in the secret place will now be revealed in the open. I will cause you to shine without striving, to prosper without manipulation, to rise without compromise. This is your portion, not because you begged for it, but because you were built for it. And even now, I am sending divine alignments into your life. People you don't have to pretend around. People who carry oil, not just opinions. People who see your anointing, not just your appearance. You've had enough of counterfeit connections. Now, real covenant is coming. And when they come, you'll know. Because your spirit will leap, and your heart will finally breathe. I will also begin to speak in dreams. You'll wake with clarity. You'll know things you didn't study. You'll sense shifts before they happen. Don't dismiss it. This is not your imagination. This is revelation. Heaven is increasing your awareness, because where I'm taking you, you'll need eyes that see beyond the surface. Not everyone clapping for you is clean. Not every opportunity is from my hand. But I will teach you to discern, to test the spirits, to walk wisely but without fear. Because fear will no longer be your master. I break it now. Fear of rejection, gone. Fear of failure, dismantled. Fear of not being enough, burned by the fire of truth. You are enough. You've always been enough. Because I, the Lord of hosts, am in you. And as long as I'm with you, you are unstoppable. So don't look back. Don't mourn what I removed. Don't grieve the exit of what couldn't grow with you. If it left, it was never meant to carry your crown. I am making room for the right things, and the removal was part of the realignment. Now, new things come, and they will come quickly. Acceleration has been activated. The slow pace you've known is over. This next season will feel like divine wind. So anchor yourself now, because doors will open suddenly, and you must be ready to walk through them without hesitation. Keep your hands clean. Keep your heart pure. Keep your focus locked on me. You are not alone. You never were. And now, I lead you forward. Not just out of the storm, but into the fulfillment. There is something sacred about this silence you're in. You thought heaven had gone quiet. But child, this is not abandonment. This is strategy. The stillness is not punishment, it's preparation. Sometimes I must still everything around you so that the voice within you can rise. The voice of truth, the voice of identity, the voice that hell has tried to bury beneath noise, trauma, and lies. But no more. The time for divine clarity has come. You will no longer question who you are. You will no longer water yourself down to be digestible to people who were never meant to feed on your greatness. You were born with heaven's signature on your soul. There is nothing common about you. You have always felt different, haven't you? Even when you tried to blend in, something about you stood out. That was never a flaw. That was your mark. That was the stamp of assignment. You carry something holy. It's why people either deeply love you or mysteriously resent you. They sense the fire even if they don't understand it. They react to the oil even when they can't explain it. You are not crazy. You are chosen. And your sensitivity is not weakness. It is a divine instrument. You feel deeply because you are wired to carry revelation, not just information. You see what others miss. You hear what others ignore. You discern what others deny. You're not broken. You're built differently. And that difference is what hell has fought so hard to crush. But look at you, still burning, still believing, still breaking through. Your scars are not signs of defeat. They are seals of survival. And I, Michael, the Archangel of War, have stood over you in battle. I have drawn swords on your behalf. You don't even know the depth of the warfare I fought for your soul. There were days when you didn't feel like waking up. Nights when your mind screamed with lies. Seasons where betrayal broke you open. And yet you did not quit. You may have cried, but you didn't surrender. You may have crawled, but you didn't collapse. And that, my beloved, is why you are entering this next dimension. This is more than breakthrough. This is birthing. What has been developing in secret is about to emerge. The gifts you buried because of fear, I'm resurrecting them. The dreams you shelved because of timing, I'm unlocking them. The prayers you whispered when no one saw, I'm answering them. This is divine recompense. And it will not look like the last season. I speak now to the time thief, the spirit of delay that has tried to slow your destiny. Your grip is broken. The hands that tried to block momentum have been cut off. Every demonic schedule assigned to hold you hostage has been canceled by divine decree. You're not behind. You're not late. You're right on the edge of divine manifestation. And in this moment, the heavens are shifting in your favor. You will no longer be overlooked. I am commanding eyes to open to your presence. I am orchestrating divine introductions, divinely timed alignments, appointments, and access. People who have never thought of you before will suddenly be drawn to you. Rooms you thought were closed will swing open. Tables you were excluded from, you will now host. But this is not about pride. This is about position. Heaven is positioning you to influence atmospheres. You won't have to shout to be heard. Your presence will carry weight because it carries me. The anointing will speak before you ever say a word. Your name is being whispered in the ears of those who matter. But make no mistake, this elevation is not for status, it is for service. The greater the glory, the greater the call. And you, my child, are called to more than comfort. You are called to command, to shake nations, to awaken hearts, to deliver truth that cuts chains and crushes darkness. That is why your warfare has been so intense, because you are a threat to everything unholy. You destabilize strongholds just by walking in purity. You expose lies just by living in truth. And that's why the enemy wanted you silent. But I declare Your voice is rising, your roar is returning. You are no longer a whisper, you are a weapon, heaven's sword wrapped in skin, and I will sharpen you. I will train your hands to war and your fingers to fight. No more shrinking, no more apologizing, no more playing small. You are a warrior with wings, and it's time to soar. Yes, there will still be resistance, but you've already overcome worse. The battles ahead will not crush you, they will crown you. You won't fight from survival, you'll fight from victory. Because you're not fighting for identity, you're fighting from identity. And I will back every word you speak in my name. When you declare peace, it will come. When you call for healing, it will manifest. When you command chains to break, they will fall. Because I have authorized you. You are not operating on your own. You walk with angelic escort, divine covering, and kingdom fire. No weapon formed against you will prosper. And every tongue that rises to accuse you, I will silence. You are not under attack. You are under assignment. And assignment comes with assistance. So do not fear what's ahead. Walk boldly. Pray audaciously. Move with authority. Because I, Archangel Michael, have gone before you, and I go with you still. The storm that surrounded you was never the end. It was the beginning. The wind that tried to break you will now carry you higher. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them ask, how did you make it? And you will smile and say, I was guided through the storm by the hand of heaven itself. And it will be true. I'm still here, still speaking, still covering, still guiding you through the storm and into your rain. You were never meant to stay in the valley. The pain tried to claim you. The voices tried to cage you. But even in your lowest moment, I saw the light in you, the light that darkness could not comprehend. And now I declare it. The valley season is ending. You are coming out. Not crawling, not limping, but rising, walking upright in authority. You were tested in the fire, but you were not consumed. You were tossed in the storm, but you did not sink. And now, the heavens are responding to your endurance. This is not reward for performance. This is the fulfillment of promise. You were faithful when it didn't make sense. You prayed when no one was watching. You praised with tears in your eyes. You lifted others when your own arms were tired. I saw it all, and I have stored every seed, every cry, every act of faith. Heaven wastes nothing, even the parts of your story that made you question everything. I'm weaving it all into victory. You thought you lost time, but time in my hands bends to purpose. I will redeem what was stolen. I will recover what was broken, and I will release what has been delayed. Because I am not just guiding you out of the storm, I am guiding you into legacy. You were not born just to survive. You were born to shift atmospheres, to set things in order, to restore what others thought was beyond saving. You are a restorer, and restoration begins now. I am restoring confidence. I am restoring joy. I am restoring relationships that were torn by lies and confusion. Not all, but the ones I choose. Because what I bring back, I purify first. You will not return to dysfunction. You will not re-enter toxic cycles. I am cutting cords that were never divine. You will not miss what I remove. I am surrounding you now with the right voices. Voices of truth, of honor, of vision. No more counterfeit connections. No more emotional leeches draining your energy. I'm planting you in safe soil so you can finally grow freely. You've been growing in the dark, unseen, uncelebrated, misunderstood. But that was your root season. And roots grow deep before anything breaks the surface. Now your roots are strong enough to sustain the weight of what I'm about to release. You will not collapse under the blessing. because I've built you to carry glory. But listen closely, beloved. With elevation comes new instruction. I am upgrading your discernment. You cannot afford to move by impulse anymore. You must move by revelation. Let me lead you. Not every open door is divine. Not every voice that sounds good speaks truth. This is a season of precision, a season of sharp sight and quick obedience, because I'm taking you places where favor flows, but distractions wait at every turn. So stay close. Let me train your hearing. Let me sharpen your vision. You will recognize wolves in sheep's clothing before they even speak. You will sense deception before it takes form. That is the mantle you carry now. You are more than protected. You are dangerous to the enemy. That's why warfare has intensified. That's why the attacks became more subtle, emotional, mental, relational. Because when the enemy can't touch your body, he'll try to touch your mind. But I say to you, your mind is being fortified. Clarity is returning. The fog is lifting. Peace is flooding places that were once tormented. You are not going crazy. You are being recalibrated. What felt like confusion was the stretching of your spiritual senses. You've been leveling up, even in silence. And now, your spirit is catching up with the call on your life. This call is not small. This call is not seasonal. This call is eternal. It was written into your spirit before you ever took your first breath. And now, it awakens. The part of you that always knew you were made for more. That part is stirring now. Because you're not just coming through this storm, you're being transformed by it. The storm didn't break you, it revealed you. It showed you what was real and what was false. It stripped away what couldn't go with you. It removed the excess, the distractions, the illusions, and now you're left with what matters: purpose, anointing, fire, faith. You are lighter now. And because you're lighter, you will fly higher. Don't look back. The past has nothing new to say. What's ahead is far greater. And I, Archangel Michael, will walk with you through every threshold. There will be doors that swing open suddenly. Don't hesitate. You won't have time to explain yourself. Some blessings will look like interruptions, but they are divine collisions. Appointments orchestrated by heaven. I'm removing the need for approval. You don't need validation to move forward. You are validated by the one who sent you, and I am sending you into rooms you once thought were too big, into spaces where your voice will echo, into environments where your presence will be the shift. You are not just going in, you are being sent in. You are heaven's answer in human form, a divine solution wrapped in flesh, and you are ready. This is not a pep talk. This is a prophetic summons. You have lingered on the edge long enough. It is time to step in, to stand tall, to speak boldly, to walk like you know who walks with you. Because I do, and I'm not leaving you. Not in the fire, not in the flood, not in the unknown. I will guide you until your purpose is fulfilled. I will guard you when you can't see what's coming. And I will give you strength beyond what makes sense. Because I am not just your defender, I am your forerunner. I prepare the way before you walk it, and the path I have prepared cannot be blocked. Not by man, not by spirit, not by fear. So move, child, with grace, with power, with fire. Because the storm has not stopped you. It has revealed your wings. Now fly. I am with you, and I am not done speaking. Child, I have spoken many truths to you on this journey, but listen carefully. This final message is the key to everything you have endured and everything you are about to receive. You are not alone. Never have been, never will be. When darkness surrounded you, I was there, cutting through the shadows, holding the line, commanding the forces of light to shield you. When you felt weak, I breathed strength into your bones. When the enemy whispered lies, I roared with the voice of heaven. This storm was never random. It was a divine invitation, an invitation to become more than you thought possible, to step into your identity as a warrior of light. The battle was fierce, but the victory was assured. You are not defined by the storm, but by how you emerge from it, and you are rising now. Rise with courage. Rise with faith. Rise with fire in your soul. The world is watching, not just the people around you, but the spiritual realms. They are waiting to see what happens when a child of heaven stands firm, when you refuse to bow to fear, when you choose love over hate, when you walk in purpose instead of doubt. You are a living testimony to the power of God's protection. Every scar you carry is a badge of honor. Every tear you have shed has watered the ground for new growth. I see the harvest coming. I see the fields ready to yield fruit. I see your destiny unfolding like a banner in the wind. But it will require something of you, not perfection, not endless striving, but obedience. Obedience to the voice inside you. Obedience to the call on your life. Obedience to the path I have carved before you. There will be moments when the path looks uncertain, when the next step feels too steep, when the enemy tries one last time to whisper, "You can't." Do not listen, because I am louder. I am the roar that breaks chains. I am the fire that consumes fear. I am the sword that cuts through deception. Hold fast to me. I will not let you fall. I will not let you be shaken. Your feet are planted on holy ground. The foundations beneath you are eternal, and the one who calls you is faithful. You are part of a divine plan that stretches beyond this lifetime. Generations will be touched because you chose to stand. Your legacy will be a river of hope flowing through the ages. Do not underestimate your impact. You are a catalyst, a spark, a light in the darkness. And even when it feels like no one notices, I notice. I am your advocate, your protector, your guide. And I am proud of every battle you fought, proud of every tear you refused to waste, proud of the faith you kept alive. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, because here is where I continue to speak your future, where the truth of your journey is revealed, and where your destiny is declared aloud. But now, as this message comes to a close, hear me clearly. The storm was never the end. It was the beginning. The test was never to break you. It was to build you. The fire was never to consume you. It was to refine you. And the promise? It is now. The breakthrough, the release, the glory. Step into it with open hands and a brave heart. The heavens are aligning for you. Your angels are singing over you. Your path is lit by eternal light. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No plan of the enemy can stand. You are protected by the highest power. You are guided by the greatest warrior. You are loved beyond measure. And you are unstoppable. This is your moment. Your time to rise. Your time to reign. Walk boldly, my child, for I am with you, always. Archangel Michael.